pop. Pound under, boom, right, that's it. Pound under, right, good. Right, alright. Gotta do a little sharper. Good. That's good. Go. See that? All secured. Very good. And stop. Good. Don't stop right there. Don't move. Okay, now make sure you get the foot. Should be a little further. That's it. Now when you do that, if she's out of the play, you're just gonna go, right? Okay. Now if she's not, she's like, oh, right? Yeah. Then you're gonna what? Right. Now you got what? You see? Okay. Go back going. Pop, pop, quick. She's got to make a decision. Okay. 3 more. Now that you understand that, 3 more. Right. Right. 1 more like that. Pop, pop, and good. The drill is the game. You know what I'm saying? Take it. Feet are beautiful. Yep. Woo! That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, regular. A little too low. A little too low. Low. Regular. Transitions from one to the next as quick as you can. You understand? Yeah. Regular. Pound it. Stand straight up. Low. Regular. Pound it. Regular. Now stay regular. Just go faster. Pop, good. See? Okay. Alright, it's gonna take a little. That's it. This is the one where she gambles. She gambles, you go. Go right away, throw it out front of your toe. Go. Good. Go on. Woo! Go on. Keep Let's go 2 cadence. Yes. Shoulders.
How long have you been coaching?
For me, it's been the better part of 26 years, and I look back, never would have thought 10 years ago someone said, you're going to be doing this for 15 more years, I would have laughed at them. But it's been a blessing, it's been enjoyable, and I've been pleased to say I've learned something every step along the way.
What level of basketball have and are you coaching?
I've had the privilege of coaching high school, as I mentioned, for 25 years or thereabouts, and I've coached every single class. I've coached guys, I've coached girls, I've coached middle school, freshman, JV, varsity. It's been a true blessing those high school years for the longest. Got a team to the semifinals, quarterfinals one year, which is the final 8 in state, and semifinals the year after that, which is final 4. Breslin Arena on Michigan State University campus. I got to coach there 2 different times, so that was a true blessing. As far as travel ball, again, boys, girls, you name it, our organization has gone through a lot of evolution over the years. But now it's more like boutique. We're really more interested in specific types of young ladies that want to move on and play collegiately. And for that purpose, we think we are ideally suited for that.
How long have you been training Ashley?
She came on board with me earlier in the summer. Obviously, the COVID kind of caught a lot of people by surprise. I shouldn't say by surprise, it's more apropos to say that as it was an ever-developing situation, more and more things became very clear that we were going to have some restrictions in our lifestyle, and that we'd have to make some adjustments. And so the level to which those adjustments had to be made was surprising to quite a few. That's what I meant to say. But she came on board with a friend of hers, a former athlete of mine. She began working out. She was limited in her mobility because of coming off of her injury. But I could see she had tremendous work ethic. I could see she was very coachable, very open, and really wanted to get back to it real bad. You can tell those players that have a little bit of that passion. Those that do, you can see it's very personal to them. It's very genuine to them. Very obvious to me was that she had a really burning desire to get back into it, to get back to whatever she felt her competitive best was, to try to make some strides and make some more growth from there.
Come on, man. What is he doing?
Playing at a competitive level has some of that.
Yeah.
But for me, it's identifying, okay, what can we do with that? I think a lot of college, again, over the years, my experience with college coaches is they make way too much of a preoccupation of trying to think about what a player isn't. Oh, well, she's not this. Well, she's not that. Well, she's not tall enough. Well, she's this. She doesn't have the certain athletic profile. She doesn't have the certain silhouette we're looking for. And they spend a lot of time trying to identify what a player isn't. I look at someone and try to say, okay, what can they be? What are they? What do they have? What can we accentuate and enhance and grow? In her case, being competitive and having some of that fight, as I mentioned earlier, it became very clear we could give her some gifts to make her shiftier with the ball, to make it hard for people to stay in front of her. And we could give her some tools to utilize her feet, a little bit better command of the ball, a little bit more quickness in processing what she sees and how she reads the situation. They should be able to take advantage of the defender on a given situation. That doesn't mean, oh, we're going to turn her into some 20-point-a-game scoring machine. She just has to be capable enough to make sure she keeps her defender off balance and then makes the right decisions on the floor. And that adds value to any team. A player that can do that, make it hard for the defender to stay in front of them. If she can get paint touches, get herself into the lane, or beat the first line of defense on a consistent basis, then she'll have value to almost any team I know.
What tips do you have for other athletes?
Well, we don't have that much time, but I would say you need to identify within yourself whether, that's not the cliche, and I hate cliches, oh, how bad you want it. That's a cliche. I mean, no one gets on the floor, no one, as I said, decides they want to be a competitive athlete by not wanting it. Yeah, they all want it, but do you want it as a novelty? Do you want it as a passion, as I said? Do you want it as something that's just, well, I guess I'll play. Well, sure, I'd rather play than not something else, You have to determine what matters to you in that part of the process. And if it matters enough, then you have to commit some time. You have to study the game. You have to study yourself. You have to certainly work your skills. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to kick yourself out of your comfort zone. You've got to be in very, very good physical conditioning. And that doesn't mean just running. That doesn't mean lifting weights. You've got to have a strong, I would say, strong jump rope regimen. I would say some SAQ, speed, agility, quickness. plyometrics, yoga, I would say all of that, because your physical conditioning is what holds you hostage as you move higher up in the ranks. People are more athletic, they're longer, they're quicker, they're stronger at every level higher than where you're trying to be. And if you don't have the physical conditioning, you're not going to be able to compete with them. Doesn't matter how good a spot up shooter you are if you can't get to space, get your shot off. Doesn't matter how tall you are if you're weak. Doesn't matter how strong you are if you can't move. You know, all of those things go hand in hand. So there has to be a physical conditioning component as well as a skills component. Insofar as the skills, you've got to be able to do 4 things. You've got to be able to handle the ball and dribble. You've got to be able to pass and receive. You've got to have great feet, and you've got to be able to shoot the ball. I mean, it sounds trite to say those 4 things, but you'd be amazed how many girls that are taller or have been quote-unquote post players throughout their career can't dribble the ball. And guess what? The women's game, you're not going to be posting up a lot. The women's game doesn't have a lot of post players per se. You have the 5'9" girl, 5'10" girl that's just, again, kind of big, and she never really learned skills over the basket. But as she moves up in her career, she's not going to be a post. She's just not tall enough, you know. So learning all that stuff is going to be beneficial.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Peace!